So I've been noticing on my last couple of videos, it seems like it's a lot darker in here. So I think it's time to clean these lights. And I know that there's tons of sawdust on top that sits on top of these lights. So I want to blow that off too. I got a damp rag in my pocket. These are just LED lights. Clean them. Maybe it'll make it a bit brighter in here. My last video, I carved that eagle there, that chicken eagle, seagull. I said I was going to carve the tiki today, but I remembered that, well, I got reminded actually that I got for the dry grad, like graduation, they have a dry grad every year for the kids. And I told them that I would, they asked me, they want to base their dry grad on the spirit trails. So they asked me if I would donate a couple carvings for a few days for their dry grad. So I said, yes, of course. And they want the wood spirits. So what I got to do is I got to carve some self-standing wood spirits out of those stumps that I just got here. Those little logs, those little 3-foot logs, because I don't want to carve big tall ones like I got my hand on. I don't want them to fall and watch all this sawdust up here. What the hell? Where's that come undone? Shit. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Mic check. That's what I'm going to be doing today is carving wood spirits. Excuse me. They're not going to be tutorial. Maybe I'll show how I just block out the nose, but I want to carve at least 3 today, or maybe even 4. I don't know. What do you guys think? How many I can do? Depends how much detail I want to put in them, because you got to remember, I want to try and sell them after too. If you guys can hear me, depends like how much detail I put in the wood spirits. So I'm going to be moving this out of the way and bringing these logs in here. I don't know if you guys could even hear what I was saying. Stand by, gotta get my coffee. All right, we'll just move this piece off to the side for now, and I'll carve it. Maybe I'm gonna take the weekend off carving. I'm gonna go to a couple flea markets. Move this off to the side. I think I'll use my lift cart for those other logs. So I want to give myself some room here. Get the fuck. I haven't even had a sip of my coffee yet. Stand by. Okay, so I got the Carving Fusion forklift here. This is a wood spirit. I need to move this. Put it over here for now. Yeah, I'm taking a break from carving this weekend, so we got 4 logs here. Man, you know, some people might be like, well, what a waste just to carve a wood spirit on these logs, but I promised that I would do carvings for their thing, so my word is my word, and I like to give back to my town. Maybe I won't. Maybe this is a good one for an owl. They're all good for owls or practicing eagles, so I don't know. Let's start off with this one here. But I can always get more. But I got to make sure the bottoms are cut flat because they're going to be on a floor. So, like in a community center, I think it is at the dry grab. So I'll cut that big one last. I'm not too sure if I want to cut that one up. So now I'm just going to try and see how flat it sits. I cut it at Buddy's place, so I'm sure it doesn't sit too flat. Yeah, no. Yeah, oh yeah, no, that needs to be cut. So I'll get one of my, I don't even know how much gas I have to carve today. When you're doing a cross cut like that, you're getting fine dust like this. That means your saw needs to be sharpened big time. You should be getting little chunks. And this video here is definitely, well, it's straighter, is definitely a Jordy Does video. This log's pretty light. So I look at the cracks. There's a crack going here, crack going this way, so I'm good to carve the face here. Let me make sure this thing sits flat. This is flat enough for me. Doesn't sit flat on the stand. So I jack it up, and then I'll put some screws underneath it. This cart, so this was one of the best buys I did. I think I bought it for like $300 at Canadian Tire. So I'm gonna take a quick. I bought some nice brand new pens from the dollar store too, so you guys will be able to see my lines. Anyways, pee break, bathroom break. Okay, so I got that fastened down to there. I don't really want to do too much filming, carving, like tutorial. So I'll do some carving and I'll try and stop and say what I'm doing, but I want to kind of run my gas saws. I'm going to be using my, let's see if I get the tripod through here. Come on over to the workbench, the Carving Fusion workbench. I'm going to be using my 193 here with the 8-inch bar on it. This is the arborist, what the hell's fucking tripod? This is an arborist saw. So it means like normally this saw would have not have this backhand, like see MS193C. I think the other one would be MS193T as a top handle. So this back handle wouldn't be here, and it would have a top handle. That's for tree fallers. They'll be able to lift the saw with one hand and hold on to the tree with the other hand and cut off the branches, right? So, but this is, you can specially order the rear handle ones. But it's not keeping idle. I know I got these idle things. I got these idle things here. High, low, and I think this is I don't know, whatever. I'm not a mechanic, so it's not idling very well. So what I got to do is I got to take this case off, and here's the muffler. And I want to see if the muffler, what's the name of it? It's like a little metal screen that's in your muffler. It's to prevent fires. So I'll show you guys, because some of you might be doing carving and don't know much, or running your chainsaws and don't. I'm not a mechanic, so like, but I know sometimes they're called spark arresters. That's the name of the screens in the muffler. But I know if they get plugged up, your saw doesn't. It slows down it just plugs up. It doesn't let your saw breathe as good. Long story short, and for the professional chainsaw carver mechanic, I can blow all this out. I might as well clean up my bar and stuff when I got it off. But this is just a cheap Forester bar I bought on Amazon. I love it. It's working great for me. So anyways, back to the muffler. So is this filming? Yeah. Okay, so here's your muffler right here. You got this little screw here. Let me try here's a flathead screwdriver. You got a screw here. Oh boy. You just undo the screw. This sucker's just caked with oil. Stand by, let me get my air blower here and clean that screw off. Okay, so you can see here, I don't know if you can see, there's the screw. Here's your exhaust port. So this is your exhaust. I busted it loose. I blew all this out with my compressor. So I think these spark arresters are like, man, the screw's just friggin' hooped. Okay, I got the screw off. I got it soaking in glass. So you got to get this little thing off here. Got a little clip there. So I can see my spark arrestor. This would be the screen. And it seems pretty damn clean to me. So this screen normally, if you pull this screen off and it's plugged up, like with goop, you soak it in gas or something, or you get some carb cleaner and you clean it out, or you can even buy a new one. But I don't even, like, I'm taking the spark arrestor off. I don't even need it. They have to put them on there for regulations, like I said, forestry regulations or something. So I'll put this back on. You see there's a little clip there. It just tucks. Clip on the end here. Just kind of tucks in there. And I'll get that screw and screw it back on. Then I'll clean my bar. Okay, bar talk. Got my air compressor. It's going to blow it off. So I just got this piece of wire here. I put this in there. And I clean the... Let me get a smaller wire. That one was too big. It's a little wire. You can use whatever. You can use a razor blade, or it's already pretty clean. But you just put that in there and you scrape any goop out that's inside there. See? See that stuff coming out? That will stop your oil from traveling on the inside there, because the oil needs to travel inside there to get to the end. Your bar oil, of course. So that's pretty clean. I'll blow that out again. Now here's a file. There's different opinions and stuff like that. You know, sometimes you'll see right there, there's a little, if you get your fingernail or your thumbnail and you kind of, it's got a little burr there. See that? You want to sand that smooth, so that there's no lip there on both sides. Some people will be like, oh, you got to file it this way, or you got to file it this way. I don't care. I just fucking file it and get it down. This file's kind of dead. know, because when you're filing it down, you might get a lip there, so you can always just give it a little file like that too. So that's basically it for the spark arrestor and bar maintenance. I gotta get carving here, man. Sorry, one more thing I forgot to mention about your bar. So if you look there where my thumb is tapping, if you see it where I'm clicking it, if you see it getting thin there, and it looks like there's just a thin piece of metal there, it's good to get your file and round this off too, so it's the same thickness all the way around, because that means your chain is wearing on your bar. So it's just good. You can see there that it's just kind of starting to happen, but that's okay for me. I got to get my saw back together and I got to get carving. But so keep an eye on that too. Round your edges and keep the metal thickness the same. There's probably a better way I could have said it, but that's the Jordy dumb way of saying it. Yeah. Okay, so it's been like an hour and a half. I've had to do a bunch of bar maintenance and stuff like that, and saw maintenance. You gotta take care of your saws. I don't take care of mine nearly well enough. So I got my 170 with my 16-inch cannon bar quarter pitch. This cedar, Western red cedar. This is not a very good piece of cedar, but waterwood, the sapwood's good, known for rotting out. So what I'm going to do is slice it all off and give myself a nice clean slate. It's better to do it like I suggest on lots of my Dremel videos. Get rid of the bark and clean up the outside of the wood if you're going to get like driftwood and stuff like that, so you can see what you got inside, right? So me just doing this is making myself like a clean slate. Open ball field, or football field, or whatever you want to say. Canvas. Okay, good enough. Sorry I'm not wearing my chaps. I'm going to put them on because I feel like I'm in a little bit of rush because I got to take off and do something. So I am going to put my chaps on. So there you go. This waterwood, and another thing too, like this whitewood, the sapwood, if it's not rotten, I don't think you can, I don't think you have to carve it away. Keep it on. You could add it into the textures of your, so like the darker wood here is the hardwood. This is the sapwood, but if it's not like sap waterwood, if it's not rotten, keep it on there because you can add it and you can add it for different colors into your carving. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this one is, here's the big jumbo pen, center line. I'm going to make it so hair is blowing this way and this way. So it's like whoosh, 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 whoosh. I got to get in front of the camera. We'll put our eyes a bit lower here. Or sorry, our forehead, so we can get some hair up here. Our eyes right here. And we'll go like this. And the hair will come off like this. So his beard will roll down this way and his hair will roll up that way. I think I'm just going to do a time lapse. I got to get somewhere pretty quick here. But you guys can see that. Carry on, carve on. Carve deeper. Shit your pants. Don't shit your pants. I'll start this out by just blocking out the nose and the eyebrows and push the forehead back so you guys can see. Once you get that, once you get the nose blocked out and the eyebrows blocked out, you can carve any kind of face you want. It's got to get this friggin' saw started. You piece of shit. Okay, so there's the quick block out. Something's not working properly with my saw. You can see the tip. See it's smoking. I don't know what's gonna happen with this, but I gotta take it in to get serviced or fiddle around with it a bit more. So I'm gonna switch over to my 140 MSA C. Chris out there in England, the birdhouse carver, good friend and a very generous person, he told me that Still's making a MSA 170. I don't know, Chris. I tried looking it up. I couldn't find it. Is it the same battery saw? Does it take the same batteries? Can you let me know? Send me an email or leave a comment on this video, please. Now there's an example of carving too deep. There I carved too deep. Just getting carried away. It being in a rush. Look how far back that mouth is. So if I was going to correct that, I'd have to carve all this back, but I really don't care. I'm not trying to make art like crazy wild, friggin' gallery art pieces here. So I got the next log ready outside. This one's probably, I don't know, 60 pounds. I got the next one outside ready to bring in. I already cut the wood for it. I'm going to bring it in, and then I'm going to carve a wood spirit on. I'm going to take my time, because I don't think I have to go anywhere now. And I'll show you guys the outcome, but I'll show you the log first. It's kind of a wet cedar. Well, there it is right there. Now that water wood, that sapwood is, it's rotten. But I only sliced where I'm going to carve, because I don't really care about the back. And this log's a little bit heavier. But the logs, once you get rid of the sapwood. Sorry, microphone. Mic test. Once you get rid of the sapwood, that's basically what's full of the water. And once you get rid of that wood, the logs become a lot lighter, actually, for this red cedar. Anyways, let's see here. Okay, perfect. I'll just jack her up. First of all, I'll get my forklift out of the way. Jack her up, screw her down, and start drawing and carving. That's why these jack lifts are friggin' wicked. So I'll get this up. I'll draw a wood spirit on. I'll show you guys the drawing. And I'm going to do a whole bunch of different types. Maybe because this cedar might be better, I might try to carve them real eyes. And I'm not going to rush on this one. So instead of burning up all the camera time screwing this in, I'll be back. You know, when I was carving this, I was just thinking about my life and everything, and how grateful I am. You know, I don't think I can say it any stronger. 10 years ago or 12 years ago, even 8 years ago, if you would have asked Jordy if he would be carving things on YouTube, not a friggin' chance. Not a friggin' chance. Art has saved my life. Not really saved it, but it's brought me a better life. And when I'm carving this with just this little MSA, I'm not sponsored by Still. Still doesn't even know. Oh, they probably know who I am, and they probably don't like me, but I don't care. Lots of people don't like me. The MSA 140, I just did this whole thing with this. Just had my earbuds in, listening to music, just having a good time, and just being happy. You know, like it fucking makes me happy. It makes me so happy. This YouTube thing, I don't do it. And I've said it in some of my other videos, and my real friends know, I don't do it to try and get famous or try and make a lot of money. I do it because it makes me happy. I've found a passion, something that I love, and why I stopped and I'm talking about this, because I'm at the point now where I'm okay if I carve something that looks like a piece of shit. I'm past that point because I know I can try harder next time. For all you people that are thinking about getting into carving, chainsaw carving or Dremel carving, chainsaw carving is very dangerous. So always please think safety first, like ear protection, eye protection, your chaps. I'm not wearing mine right now. I know, bad Jordy. But it's so fun. Carving is so fun because you can just chip away little pieces of wood at a time. Like, look, there's tons of little pieces of wood around here. For this piece, I was just chipping away pieces of wood at a little time. I was trying to think about, last night I was processing, my processor doesn't stop, processing chainsaw carving with dremel carving, and how does it compare? Well, chainsaw carving, you take out, let me see, there's nothing really here for example, but you take out big pieces. Dremel carving, you're always just slowly removing the wood, right? But how Dremel carving can compare to chainsaw carving is if you have a bandsaw and you're doing like a little caricature, like Just Carve Rob does, because then you can cut off those big pieces with the bandsaw to get your shape. I don't know, it's a useless piece of information for. I just thought that a bandsaw compares to the chainsaw for Dremel carving. I'm just having fun. That's, try it. Like, try it. I'm not a very good artist, and people get mad at me when I say that. But the wood spirits, and look, I've done 7,000 wood spirits, and still some of them aren't that very good. But I don't care, because I'm having a good time. So many people in their lives are miserable. Just going to the normal job, same job every day, like living on the clock. I don't even like looking at the clock. I got a great job. I'm a longshoreman. But because of this injury that I got up here, because I got so much struggles up here in real life reality, like being socially awkward and stuff like that, I need to make sure that I stay happy. If that makes sense to you. Because it's really easy for me to get unhappy because the old ticker doesn't work like it used to, and I don't want to get into it. But it's worse than it's bad. It's a bad head injury I have, and I realize it all the time. And when I realize it most is when I'm in a social situation or I don't want to be in, or even talking about it. That's when I realize I have it. But doing the art, when I'm doing this and cutting away, got my earbuds in, got the pussifer or tool cranked, I forget that I have the injury. I forget all the negative stuff in my life. And we're all surrounded by it. Look at the world now. This world is so friggin' negative. I don't get into politics and stuff like that because it's all negative. Negative, negative, negative. I try my best to stay away from all negative stuff. But sometimes it happens, like for you admins of the group Carving Fusion World of Wood Carvers Original, you guys, well, some of you guys know from that group that, if there's going to be some drama happening, I know how to stir the pot, but I try my best to avoid it. But sometimes it happens, and I'm good pot stirrer. But anyways, that's just kind of having fun. Have fun. Try it out. Get a Dremel. Try it, man. I ladies and whatever you want to be, just try it and have fun. You'll enjoy it. Your first ones might look better than this. Try to carve a tree. Try to carve a fish. Let's carve an outline of a fish. Try it, because I'm telling you right now, if you're struggling in your life, wood carving's changed for me. It's changed my life. I got such a passion about it. It's all I ever do. I was supposed to go do something else today. I've changed my plans because I says, no, I gotta get these wood spirits done for the graduation kids, the dry grad. Anyways, I'm gonna stop babbling, but fucking do it, man. Do it. I don't know. Maybe I should go preach at a church or something. Is it weird? Yeah, I think it's weird. We're artists. We're supposed to be weird. And I think the more that you do, I think the more you spend time on your own doing art, the weirder you get. I'm an artist. I'm weird. We're artists. We're weirdos. So yeah, this I just kind of gave him the long face. These eyes were super hard to do because the wood was so wet. I could see the water coming out when I was doing these lines and stuff. I gave it the deep burn hair, the Shosugi band. I will give this guy a finish. I don't know if I can lift this one up. Let's see. Place him over here. Oh, it's like 100 pounds. And I was thinking, laughing to myself about weirdness. I was thinking, yeah, okay, so I'm an artist, I'm weird. Maybe if I carve some really weird shit for their, for any, okay, so starting now, if anybody asks me to donate to charities and stuff like that, mic on, I'll just start carving really weird shit. So they won't ask me anymore. Because I get asked a lot. I think I'm going to, like, 4 times a year, I'll donate to some charity or something like that. Don't get me wrong. It's a great thing to do, but after a while, it kind of comes like, it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. The sun's starting to peek in here. I'm going to, for this eagle here, if you guys saw my first video, well, my video with the eagle, this is like a caterpillar eagle. So I'm going to, what side do I like better? This side or this side? I don't know. I think they're both the same. Look at that tail. It's not right. This whole thing's not right. I'm going to carve a tree right now. See if I can put it on here. I got this little slab. But this piece of wood's like 20 pounds. Well, maybe 15 pounds. It's soaking wet. So I got a little tree drawn on there. I'm going to carve that and see if I can somehow get it there like that. I'm going to make it more of a whimsical tree. So it'll kind of take away from the rooster. I don't know. Maybe you know. You know? He knows. All right. So now you see the caterpillar part of the eagle. So now you see it. Now you see it. Now you don't. Okay. So I got this tree doweled in here, but you can see I didn't do very tight drills holes. See, I got 2 dowels in there. So I'm going to tape this up and hopefully it dries up overnight. Okay, so I use the old screw the hole there. You got the cum snot here. Oops, I mean glue coming out, that Gorilla Glue. This shit you don't want to get on your hands. This shit is messy, and it's like that foam spray stuff. It's worse than getting crazy glue on your hands. Yeah, so I don't know what I was saying, but that's going to be it for today. Yeah, I gotta put some treatment on these, especially that back one. You know, when I look at it now, I'm like, well, it's pretty stupid. What a waste of time doing that Shosugi band. I don't care. You know, if you're having, I had fun when I was carving it. So who gives a poop, right? Anyways, everybody, that's gonna be it for me today. And we'll see you on the next one. Carving Fusion, over and out. Don't shit your pants.